Okay, this is a very exciting day. Brand new 16-inch MacBook Pro. Empty. One thing that I forgot to do is the smell test. Smells like brand new apple. Right, I'm gonna get this all set up and then we will do a comparison with my 15-inch MacBook Pro.
English is the main language. Press the return key.
Okay, I'll be back. So this is my 16-inch MacBook Pro. I got it to replace my 15-inch MacBook Pro for performance and reliability. So the specs on this guy, I went for the 2.3 GHz 8-core Core i9. I also got 32 gigs of RAM, terabyte of storage, and the AMD Radeon Pro 5500M graphics with the 8 GB of VRAM. So what's different between this MacBook Pro and the old one? Well, not a lot. The exterior is basically the same thing. It looks really it looks the same from the outside, but there are a few differences with the keyboard. Okay, this is the size comparison and the keyboard comparison of the 15 and 16-inch MacBook Pro. So on the top we have the 15-inch, the bottom is the 16-inch, and as you can see, it's not actually that much bigger. Slight footprint increase, I would say at least about a centimeter. And then in terms of thickness, very small variances. I don't really notice a weight difference between the two either. The 16-inch does feel a lot more hefty, a lot more built, a lot more solid, but the weight, it doesn't really bother me. And I've got a dbrand skin on my 15-inch Pro, and these are the keyboards. I will say I do prefer the Touch ID button off to the side instead of it being built into the touch bar. That physical escape key is so much better as well. It's glossy fingerprint scanner versus this matte one. This one feels a lot more solid. And after spending about a day and writing a script on this one, this keyboard feels so much better. So hopefully that gives you a somewhat decent idea on what the keyboards are like. I like both of them, but obviously if I had to choose, I would choose this one. Physical escape key, separated Touch ID button. The key presses on the 16-inch MacBook Pro actually have travel. They are very even compared to the old scissor switch MacBooks. This keyboard I do enjoy typing on, but the reliability issues are just not worth it. This keyboard is a much better solution and I really like it. But essentially where I'm seeing the biggest gains are in performance. This essentially doubles down on everything that I had in my 15-inch MacBook Pro. As a baseline, as a reference, the specs on that one, I had the 2.9 GHz i7, 16 gigs of RAM, 512 gigabytes of storage, and the Radeon Pro 560 graphics with the 4 gigs of VRAM. So let's get into some benchmarks and see how far this thing pulls ahead. So if we go to Geekbench 5, the 15-inch got a single core score of 931 with a multi-core of 3700. And the 16-inch got a single core score of 1119 and a multi-core score of 7138. You don't really see a lot of difference between the single core because they essentially boost to the same frequency, but in the multi-core, because this one's an 8-core and we're competing against a quad-core, you'll see about 2 times the performance between the new one and the old one. In Cinebench R20, the 15-inch scored 1,725 and the 16-inch scored 3,505. Again, about a 2 times increase in performance. Where we see a massive gain in performance is in Unigine Heaven for graphics. So the 15-inch scored 17.8 frames per second with a score of 448. Whereas the 16-inch got 46.3 frames per second, scoring 1,168. So the new graphics absolutely cream the old ones. That's, I think, something that was a bit of an issue for me with the old machine. And then in Blackmagic Disk Speed Test, the 16-inch does score a fair bit better than the old 15-inch, just newer SSD technology. Also, you have the T2 chip in this one, which does help improve read-write speeds. I guess some other bonuses that you get with this one is that the fan curve is a lot more aggressive. It's not afraid to spin up the fans, and that may be a bad thing or a good thing depending on your use case. I mean, for me, I'd rather the machine stays cool so it lasts longer and gives me better performance. The old one was quieter at the trade-off of heat. This one also has a bigger battery, about an increase of 2,000 milliamp hours. I haven't actually had a chance to fully test the battery life. I've only had this machine for about 3 days now. Better battery life is a welcome bonus, especially when I'm taking this to uni or bringing it around and trying to do some work on it. But I mean, overall, I'm very happy with it so far. I guess I'll do another video with it in the future to kind of update you guys on how it's doing, if I actually do benefit from the extra speed increase, and also how it ages. This MacBook's actually very special to me, and you're thinking, you know, why is a laptop special to you? Well, this is the first Mac that I purchased in full with my own money. It's also the first Mac that I ordered from Apple and got a custom built-to-order configuration, which is why it took a very long time. It took about 2 weeks to arrive, also because of delays of the coronavirus. I mean, it seems a little silly, but being a little kid obsessed with technology, watching YouTube all the time and seeing all the tech reviewers get their hands on brand new products like this made me want to be able to do this someday. So I've finally fulfilled something off my bucket list. This Mac is gonna go to hell and back with me, and it's gonna test my creativity in the years to come. So let me know what you want to see from me regarding the new MacBook. If you do like MacBook content, while I've got the machine, I might as well make some videos with it. So yeah. So if you enjoyed the video, please be sure to give it a like. Also subscribe down below. Climate change is real, guys, so thought I'd put that out there. But thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.